Hey everyone, and welcome back to Lazy Cat Reactions. If somehow this is your first time cruising through here, welcome. I hope you will enjoy my reactions to Heartland. For those who may be new, I'm going to let you know that I absolutely love this show. I fell in love with it in the first episode, and as you can tell from the title, it is the season 5 premiere. If you are one of my regular subscribers watching this video, of course, welcome back. I'm always happy to have you here, and thank you for continuing to join me while we watch Heartland. This is called Finding Freedom. Amy is inspired to take her horsemanship to a new level when she works with a professional Liberty horse trainer. As we saw at the end of season 4, Amy and Ty were still broken up, unfortunately, but it looked like they might be on the path towards a reconciliation. Also, Lou had her baby, had a girl, and it was kind of dicey as to whether or not Peter was going to make it, but of course Peter did. I knew he would. And of course, as far as I know, Jack and Lisa are still going strong, and Caleb went with Ashley to a new location while she pursues school. So obviously a lot has happened, as I just said previously. I love the show. I've fallen in love with it, and so I'm really glad that I get to watch it, and I'm really glad that it's on Netflix because, as we know, it's Canadian, and back when it started it would have only been available to Canada, because I don't think streaming services were a thing. I think they came into 10 or so. If you guys know the date the streaming services started, let me know in the comments. But yeah, so I don't really think that it had come out then. It really is. Now maybe it could. Maybe certain stations did cover it, because they're always making deals and everything. We do get BBC America, so we get the BBC, it's just America, BBC America. And so obviously I think it shows different shows and stuff than what they might see from the BBC. So, there is a possibility that it could have still aired here in the States. But I'm really glad to see it on Netflix and to see basically all 14 seasons, so that I can basically just go ahead, sit, and watch them all, and then get caught up. And then I can, of course, be a Hardy, if that's the term for people in the Heartland fandom. So anyways, let's get started. Oh, beauty. White horses, so beautiful. There was such great music in the show too. Great music, great cinematography. This must be when Amy's working on taking her horse. Did we lose him? We'll find him. Some guy having fun with 2 beautiful white horses. They're so beautiful. It might be lupus on this, I can't quite tell. I love this so much in this show as well. Hi, pretties. Gotta be looking at ours. on that property? Because you would think she would have put up a professional sign.
Listen, Jack, I told you. It's not like I gave up on it. I've been looking for him for months.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's so.
At least he found his
Ever
cattle.
since the dude wreck, I haven't had any luck.
That's right. Tim also found out he had a son. Fort St. John. That'd be who Timothy Weber is. Yes. Speaking. He tried to warn you. Jake cut his hair.
Hey, Shane. Hi, Warren. I'm Amy's friend.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Soon you'll be her boyfriend again.
What are you doing missing?
Investing? Yeah. No, everything's cool.
Liar. He's lying.
Hey, Tim.
Hey.
Okay. So,
Of course.
Miranda? Yeah. No, you say. Excuse me. Sweet. No, I wouldn't say that. What kind of trouble you're in?
Good down here.
Oh. Well, now, what are you gonna do about it?
well, it's better. It was more like a dance. Like,
Ty looks how excited she is.
No, it looked beautiful. It was so.
You're like a kid on Christmas.
I feel like that. I really do.
Get back together already.
What's up? Oh, your dad didn't call me. Hurry, he's already in here and ready to be packed up. Nah.
You don't have how.
I'll wait soon. That's just the thing.
He's not here.
What? I rehoming her.
That's
Months ago.
their
What was I
horse.
supposed to do? She was a rescue horse. I had to find a home for her. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have.
Happy there because that's his family, even though he doesn't know it. I think a part of him instinctually knows that that is where he belongs. There's a part of him that instinctually, I think, knows that that's his sister, and the same with Lou. Now, I haven't seen Lou yet, and I skipped through the opening credits, so I don't know if she's actually listed. I mean, obviously Michelle Morgan is still on the show, but it could be maybe that she isn't shown for a little bit because we also don't see Peter. Maybe she isn't shown for a little bit because of the baby. Now, she may have really been on maternity leave. At the time I'm filming this, I know that they were filming season 16, and I had seen a couple posts from Michelle Morgan about her actually going on maternity leave. So whatever they were filming for season 16, obviously she's not going to be in probably the rest of the season. So there's probably only a few episodes. Maybe she will be because they were going to do a total of 15 episodes, and obviously I don't know what they're on. Let's say they're on episode 3. By the time she would be off of maternity leave, maybe it'd be episode 10 that they'd be on or so. So, there's the possibility she may be back for the rest of season 16. Because obviously it was maternity leave, it wasn't like an official leaving the show, unlike Graham Wardle. So, we'll see. But yeah, it could be that maybe Michelle Morgan right now really was on maternity leave, or if she wasn't on maternity leave here, they just obviously kept Lou out for a little bit. Michelle Morgan might have been doing something else too, you never know. Anyways, let's keep going. The in-laws there, we just got the explanation, so yeah, she's out for the seas.
Get off the bus.
That was good, everyone.
Probably like
He does. Yes. You're right, Harley.
No. Shane told me that you said we were just friends.
That's a good part.
Harley, what do you know?
5 months.
I need to say.
Oh, I'm not sorry.
Behave yourself.
So it looks like in the 5 months they did pretty much get back together. So that's good. I'm glad. They did look kind of chummy for being just friends there at the very beginning. So
No.
you might not get Spartan to do it. Those might have been special horses.
How goes you too?
Oh, we're just gonna send it.
Yeah.
Just wondered. Any luck?
No,
No?
he wasn't interested. It was frustrating.
How's it going with this
He
guy?
doesn't have to
More
sell it back.
frustrating. Every time I get somewhere with him, just get interrupted. There's so many distractions out here.
She's all excited. I feel like that green jacket she's wearing.
Sorry, you can't do the horse. He's cooped up behind a fence.
You know, this is a pretty amazing idea.
Thank you. I'm glad that an old, almost mid-20s guy with no parent life, and a roof at least, it's not a good idea.
I'm talking about.
Mallory said he was old.
Don't look for Peter.
Ty is old as mid-20s. I'm ancient. Those two are always so cute. But that makes me wonder because, I'd always kind of wondered how old Ty was. Because obviously he was older than Amy. And Amy graduated last year, so she was 18. So when the show started, I think she was like 16 maybe? And so the attraction between them, if she was 16 and he was like 18, still, she's pretty much jailbait. Of course now, I think she's like 19 or whatever, maybe even 20, I'm not sure. It's hard to keep track of time. Obviously they're both of legal age now, but, he's said almost mid-20s, which makes me think maybe he's 22. Because to me, mid-20s is like 23 to 26, 27. And so if he's about 22 and she's 19, obviously that's not that big of a deal. That's, 3 years. But when the show first started, that was one thing that I was a little concerned about is here's this guy who's older, like 18, 19, whatever, and he has the hots for like a 16-year-old. Now maybe in Canada the rules are different than they are here in America, but I know here in America, yeah, that would pretty much be jailbait. So that's interesting about the age difference. And maybe we'll hear a little more about how old both of them are. Now we know Ty is mid-20s almost. So I'm guessing 22. My guess is Amy's 19. She might be 20, but I think she's 19.
I don't really know what it is myself yet.
You might not be able to train Spartan that way.
Well, speaking
Sorry
of
if you guys
things,
hear outside noises. I've got some windows open. And there's obviously outside stuff going on.
saying that, Dad, we're seeing how it's doing. It's not good. Bad for things from Miranda. Apparently, when they were staying here, so
It's gotta be hard for Jack wanting to tell him.
Miranda, is your dad romantic?
Not anymore.
and Janice just leaving like she did had nothing to do with Miranda. I don't know, I guess I just
Hey.
Hey.
Eventually, yeah, because you're eventually gonna get married. Rained again. Now he's in her bedroom. Do it.
Such a show off.
I'm not.
Look how good I am. Look at my man, almost please.
I didn't say that.
No?
No.
Is that her room or the loft? It must be the loft. Okay. They are definitely gonna have to get a new roof now. So they've got the yeah, and a new roof.
Twitter is evil. Even doing sports because it is so skinny, some guy I've never even heard of. How am I the only one in my past 7 days? How did this happen? Am I that horrible to
Just
look
gonna
at?
go with Shane.
Do I smell like an annoying loud?
Okay, stop. I'll take you to the damn dance, okay?
It's so funny. Or just get him another horse. The guy doesn't have to sell Pal back.
Oh, you just let me take care of it.
Amy's got a lot of jackets. A lot of my like. So is he gonna rent Caleb's old place? Like I said, you'd think Val would have put up a more professional looking sign. And he doesn't have to. He bought her fair and square. Amy, you just have to find another horse. Maybe he will like Harley. Maybe you can get one of those beautiful white ones. Because Spartan might not be the type of horse to do that. Hey, pretty. Boy.
Nothing wrong with what you do. You see? You're instinct. It's good. No domination. Just trust. You know that, okay?
Good boy.
Good
What
boy.
beauty. Such a beauty. I'm gonna sell him a saddle for Pal.
I stopped calling my mom. She can't come stay with me.
Surprise,
So it's my
surprise.
fault.
No,
It's fine. You got your money, didn't I?
I mean, valid point. Yeah, I figured that. He says it's gonna be a good thing because then they can have like private time and such together. So we'll see. You know, obviously she's not gonna be happy about it first. I don't think she has her ring on. If I remember correctly, at the end of season 4, she did take it off after they had broken. So I should check and see if she has it back on, if she put the promise ring back on or not. Because obviously, you know, he'd given her that promise ring in season 3 about, you know, the two of them being together. And then, of course, season 4 they broke up. And now they're kind of undefined. I'm saying they're back together, damn it. They're back together. So I'll have to see if her ring is back on. I'm trying to figure out when they get engaged. I'm guessing it's season 7. because they get married in season 8. And usually on these shows they give them like a year, which if I was writing for a TV show and I had a couple to engage, I'd probably do like 2 years or so, but that's me. Yeah, obviously not happy
So
about
if
it.
it keeps going, I don't know whether it takes calls or not. He's probably gonna ask me this. I'm sorry. What's wrong? Are you okay?
Why are you upset?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be a rodeo cowboy.
Huh. You better sell that to town. It's just the way for it.
Personally, I wouldn't have done it because it was a fair bill of sale, but
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, let's see for instance. Yep.
by the way, you're my son. He's gonna find out eventually.
But what's he gonna do? He just saw his sperm or something, so I asked him why.
He wants his own place so he can get down with you. Found your wow wow. I know at some point Caleb comes back, so what's gonna happen is Caleb gonna move into the loft? I mean, Caleb and Ashley, I know they're not out of the show. Good boy, Sparta.
It's a little bit like one step forward and two steps back.
It takes a lot of patience for you and for us.
You have to let go before you can move forward, which is in reference, of course, to her and Ty. Like, let go as let go of him moving into that trailer. And then it'll be like let go to be together, basically. You know, he talks about we have to kind of be apart in order to be together. And I'm thinking, I can see that because, yeah, even though he's living in the loft, they are kind of constantly together. And he does need a place to study, especially while he's working on getting his vet degree. And, you know, being there at Heartland, of course, there are a whole bunch of distractions. Let's face it, there are. So, you know, I could see that point too, where it's like if he has his own place, he can use that to study, have quiet time. That'll help him focus more and get better grades. It's not that far, you know. And Harley, of course, will probably stay there, is my guess. And so, you know, he'll still be by and visiting. So, and yeah, you can still come back for like dinner and such. So I think it's probably going to be a good idea. But my question is, what's going to happen to Caleb and Ashley when they get back? Because they're not going to be gone this whole season. Because I don't think they are. And did Caleb put the place up for rent? Because Val owns the property. So wouldn't Val put it up for rent? He's a good boy.
No, I want to talk about it.
Yeah. Just talk. You guys need to communicate.
Mhm.
Yeah, no promise or anything.
But he thinks he looks at with some kind of bug button in his hands. This idea of conflict. Plus, they both really nice to me.
The little wink to there. Just do during the day.
Okay, try to behave yourself. I want to give your mother a heart attack. Next time we'll plan something like that together, okay? Oh, we're running away. Is that a deal?
I'm pretty sure Shane becomes a regular or semi-regular, so I think we are going to see him again.
Who's yes?
I miss you too.
so something's up. Flags are there to probably put the flags there to for the next week's flags. So he left something for her. And Spartan came right up to her. Good boy. I definitely like that Ty is going to move into the trailer. And I like, Jack giving that talk. And, Ty just kind of has a smirk on his face. And thinking, yeah, but, you also have to remember that they are both now legal adults and consenting adults. And even though Amy might not come back late at night, doesn't mean something couldn't. She may at some point stay the whole night. I get it. Jack's being a grandfather. I mean, he does like Ty. In fact, Tim pointed out you love him. And he does. But obviously he still has to be a grandmother, Because Tim would be doing the same thing if Tim was there. And I have a feeling that eventually it's going to be implied when these two do have sex. My guess is that, we'll see them just kind of disappear into the room with the door shut. And it'll, of course, be implied. They did it really subtly, I think, with Lou when she had kind of like a pregnancy scare. I think before she got married to Peter, there was that pregnancy scare. And so obviously when they had the scare, we knew then, alright, she and Peter about to have sex. Now obviously she isn't or wasn't a virgin because, she had been with Scott and Carl. So obviously other things happened. And you'll notice, Jack didn't seem to care about that. But I think with Amy it's because she's still young. Because she's still 19 and virgin. So I think that's a part of it for him. And with Lou, of course, she had her daughter after they were married. Now, if she would have had it out of wedlock, I think Jack still would have been fine. I think he would have been a little pissed with Peter, but he still would have been okay. But eventually, Ty and Amy are gonna consummate. I'm surprised actually how patient Ty has been, given he's mid-20s and pretty much in his peak. So thank you for joining me for the season 5 premiere of Heartland. As I said, I don't think we're done with Shane. I think we are going to see him again. I apologize for all the issues. Although I had my editor edit it out, we're having obviously some router issues, and 3 times this thing started. So thank you to my editor, Captain Factory, for editing those parts out that I asked her to do. And thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you can. Support me on Buy Me a Coffee. I'd love to be able to continue making this content for you. If you are feeling generous and want to support me on Patreon, you can head over to Patreon and type in Lazy Cat Reaction, and you will see the levels that you can support. But I understand if you can't, and I am just happy for you. I'll catch you for episode 2. Bye.